part 3 video regarding unit 3. In this the part 3 we are going to discuss the topic on the nosocomial infection. Okay, what is mean by nosocomial infections? In this the infection will be easily spread by the hospital. Okay, already in hospital what people is there? Infected people is there. ఓకే, హాస్పిటల్లో అనారోగ్యంతో ఉన్నటువంటి పేషెంట్స్ అందరూ ఉంటారు. ఓకే, ఇన్ హాస్పిటల్ సెక్టర్స్ సో మెనీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పేషెంట్స్ విల్ బి దేర్. Okay, in that respiratory system patients or some people are affected by the digestive system, or some people are affected by the some type of different surgeries. Means different diseases patients will be there in the hospital. Hospital means the hospital is having a group of patients. Okay, they are receiving some type of treatment by the healthcare providers for curing their health. Means in healthy people not stay in the hospital, not admitted in the hospital. Okay, who are unhealthy people is there, some type of mild people is there, moderate, severe. Okay, means the disease will be mild, means తక్కువ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ ఉన్నటువంటి పేషెంట్స్. ఓకే, కొంత ఎక్కువగా ఉన్నవాళ్ళు, చాలా సివియర్గా ఉన్నవాళ్ళు, మీన్స్ మైల్డ్ అండ్ మోడరేట్ అండ్ సివియర్ డిసీజెస్ పేషెంట్స్, ఆల్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ పేషెంట్స్ విల్ బి అడ్మిటెడ్ ఇన్ ద హాస్పిటల్. Okay, in that the healthcare providers or the who are providing care to the patients, those people are not following strict aseptic techniques, then the infection will be easily spread to the one person to another person. Okay, this is the one way. Sometimes they are following strict aseptic techniques, but the environment should be contaminated by the some type of viruses and bacteria. Why? Because in that particular environment the patients are having a severe illness. Okay, continuously they are secreting some secretions or some what is that samples in the environment only. Okay, through that way the infection will be easily spread from one patient to another patient, one person to another person. Okay, that type of infections we are called as the nosocomial infection. Okay, in this sometimes another reason like medication errors. Okay, sometimes sometimes the medication should be expiry date should be completed. Okay, when unfortunately sometimes ignore healthcare providers. Okay, some medication should be administered wrong patients. Okay, that's why we are following the 5 rights when we will administration of medication. ఓకే, ఒకసారి ఒక డ్రగ్ని మనం పేషెంట్కి అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ చేస్తున్నామనంటే కంపల్సరీ 5 రైట్స్ ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ రైట్? రైట్ డ్రగ్, రైట్ రూట్, ఓకే, రైట్ మెడికేషన్, ఓకే, రైట్ పర్సన్ అండ్ రైట్ ప్లేస్. ఓకే, కరెక్ట్గా ఆ పేషెంట్కైనా మనం మెడికేషన్ ఇచ్చేది. ఓకే, పేషెంట్ నేమ్, మెడికేషన్ నేమ్, రూట్. సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఐవి ఇవ్వాల్సిన డ్రగ్ని ఐఎం ఇచ్చినాం. ఓకే, ఐఎం ఇవ్వాల్సిన డ్రగ్ని మనం ఓరల్గా ఇచ్చినాం. అలా మెడికేషన్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఏమైనా అయితే ఓకే, ఒక పేషెంట్కి ఇవ్వాల్సిన డ్రగ్ ఇంకొక పేషెంట్కి ఇచ్చినాం అంటే సేమ్ పేషెంట్ నేమ్స్ అనేవి సేమ్ ఉంటాయి, బట్ ఇనిషియల్ సర్ నేమ్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. సడన్గా మనం కన్ఫ్యూజ్లో ఉండి సర్ నేమ్ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ చేయకుండా పలానా పేషెంట్ ఇతనే అని చెప్పి మనము జస్ట్ తక్కువ వాళ్ళ ఐడియాతో వాళ్ళకి వెళ్ళేసి డ్రగ్ ఇచ్చేస్తే మెడికేషన్ ఎర్రర్స్తో ద ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ మే బీ ఈజీలీ స్ప్రెడ్. Okay, some type of complications also there in the hospital. Okay, next sometimes the patient should be fall down. Okay, especially some old age people or sometimes unhealthy people or sometimes unconscious patients, spruha kolpoyina vallu kuda untuntaru. Okay, these patients are having some type of fall downs or some accidents in the hospitals only. Okay, next another causes, what are the reasons is there? Means some type of bacteria viruses and some fungi, parasites. These are the agents also there, vectors, agents we are already discussed, no? Okay, this is the way, or these organisms also cause diseases to the one person to another person, or one patient to another patients who are admitted in the hospital. Okay, next another one is the contaminated hospital environment. Okay, sometimes environment also not comfortable. Okay, good ventilation not available. Sometimes there is no dryness of that floor. Okay, sometimes the environment should be contaminated by the so many of number of viruses. Okay, another one, that is the healthcare workers. This is the major source for spread of infection. Why? Because in a ward 30 to 40 patients is there, 2 nurses is there. Okay, the 2 nurses only always touching or contact with the all patients. Okay, in that the nurse not following strict aseptic techniques or hand washing techniques. Okay, the patient infection will be spreading to the all patients through this human being of nurse. ఓకే, ఆ నర్స్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో తను సరైనటువంటి హ్యాండ్ వాషింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్ని ఫాలో అవ్వకపోవడం వల్ల ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ అనేది వన్ పర్సన్ టు అనదర్ పర్సన్ ద ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ విల్ బీ ఈజీలీ స్ప్రెడ్. This is the one reason. Next, another one is the UTI. Okay, in this urinary tract infection, it will be major reason for the patients who sometimes they are admitted for a prolonged treatment. Okay, next another one, that is the surgical site infection. Means if the patients are undergone some surgeries. Okay, in surgical area, in operation theatre, the healthcare providers not following aseptic techniques, or sometimes the instruments should be contaminated. Okay, due to that the infection will be spreading to the patient. Okay, next another one, that is the contaminated surgical equipment. Okay, during surgery we are using so many of equipments, no? The equipment should be contaminated by the bacteria, viruses, parasites. Okay, then the infection will be easily spread to the patients. These are the reasons for the hospital acquired infections in the patients. Okay, next we are going to discuss regarding diagnosis. Okay, how we will diagnose the patient is suffering with the nosocomial infections. Means depends upon the what is that history collection and physical examination. Okay, what is their symptoms, what type of symptoms they are suffering. Okay, that depends upon the symptoms, and by observation of physical examination of the client, we are identify the patient. Okay, in that the patient is having a rapid breathing. Okay, next another one, that is the sometimes the patient maintaining some mental confusion. Okay, they are not having healthiness in the mentally. Depends upon these symptoms we are diagnose the client. Okay, sometimes by doing this physical examination and health history collection, we are not diagnosed completely. Okay, then we go for the laboratory investigations. Okay, we are collecting some samples from the patient, like a sputum sample or urine sample or blood sample. Okay, then we are investigate the client which type of infection, or that viral infection or bacterial infection. Okay, what is the patient disease that will be diagnosed. Next one is the treatment. Okay, what type of treatment we are going to give for this type of patients. In this means here mainly that antibiotics. Why? Because the patient is suffering with the different types of infection, no? That infection will be completely controlled by administration of antibiotics. Okay, which type of antibiotics is there? In this means some penicillin drugs is available, and some tetracyclines and cyclosporins and erythromycin. Okay, these are the antibiotics we are administered for control of infection which patient is suffering with the infection. Okay, next another one, that is the healthcare team roles. Why? Because the healthcare members will be contact with the all patients. Okay, sometimes some wards is the medical ward, surgical ward, okay, orthopedic ward, different types of wards is there in the hospital sectors. Okay, for example, laboratory lab technician is there. Okay, what is their work? He will be come and collect their samples. ఓకే, ఒకే ల్యాబ్ టెక్నీషియన్ చేత అన్ని వార్డులలో ఉన్నటువంటి శాంపుల్స్ని కలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, వెన్ ద ల్యాబ్ టెక్నీషియన్ విల్ గో అండ్ కలెక్టింగ్ దీస్ శాంపుల్స్, ఓకే, దే ఆర్ ఫాలోయింగ్ సమ్ రూల్స్. ఓకే, అసెప్టిక్ టెక్నిక్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే ఫాలో అవుతారో ఈ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ అనేది ల్యాబ్ టెక్నీషియన్ నుంచి పేషెంట్స్కి, పేషెంట్ నుంచి ల్యాబ్ టెక్నీషియన్కి రాకుండా ప్రివెంట్ చేయొచ్చు. Okay, that's why the healthcare providers or the important persons for control of infection. Okay, next one is the patient education. Okay, we are giving treatment and we are maintaining some aseptic techniques. Along with the patient also maintain some diet. Okay, the patient is eat complete good which is the balanced diet or which is the vitamin and proteins diet will be there. Okay, the diet should be taken by the patient. Along with that, the patient also maintain good personal hygiene. Why? Because the infection is spread by the contaminated environment, contaminated instruments. Okay, for control of infection, the patient compulsory maintain that personal hygiene. Okay, next another one, that is the prevention. Okay, in this prevention what we are doing means, first of all, in this as a nurse or as a healthcare providers, okay, we should sterilize the medical equipment. Okay, which type of equipment we are used for treatment of patient. ఓకే, ఒక పేషెంట్కి మనం ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఇవ్వడానికి ఎలాంటి ఎక్విప్మెంట్ అయితే యూస్ చేస్తున్నామో వాటన్నింటినీ కంప్లీట్ స్టెరిలైజేషన్ అనేది చేయాలి. స్టెరిలైజేషన్ చేయడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? ద బ్యాక్టీరియా, వైరసెస్, మైక్రో ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ షుడ్ బి కంప్లీట్లీ కిల్డ్ బై డూయింగ్ ద గుడ్ స్టెరిలైజేషన్ మెథడ్స్. Okay, along with that we are also discuss that biomedical waste, no? Okay, which wastage will be generating from the hospital, that wastage should be disposal by good way for prevention of diseases. Okay, next another one, that is the strict hand washing techniques. Okay, ఒకే పేషెంట్, ఒకే నర్స్ చేత రకరకాల పేషెంట్స్కి ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, ఆ యొక్క నర్స్ ఒక పేషెంట్కి ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఇవ్వడం కంప్లీట్ అయిపోగానే ఇవ్వడానికి ముందు హ్యాండ్ వాష్ చేసుకోవాలి, ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత హ్యాండ్ వాష్ చేసుకోవాలి. వై? బికాస్ ద ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ షుడ్ బి కంట్రోల్డ్ బై డూయింగ్ దట్ హ్యాండ్ వాషింగ్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద antibiotics. Okay, depends upon their disease condition or depends upon their infection, we should give antibiotics to the patients for control of infection. Next one is the sometimes urinary catheterization should be required for the some patients. Okay, some diabetic patients or some surgery patients or some type of renal failure patients or renal disorders patients, they need some urinary catheterization. Okay, prolonged time we should not leave that urinary catheterization. Okay, as early as possible we should remove that catheterization, or sometimes we should change that catheterization and we should give some proper care to that particular catheterization for prevention of spread of infection. Next one is the when we are going to administer some drugs to the patient. Okay, what is the reason why we are administering drugs to the patient? What is the reason? అంటే ఒక డ్రగ్ని మనం పేషెంట్కి అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ చేస్తున్నాము అంటే దానివల్ల ఎలాంటి ఉపయోగాలు ఉన్నవి, what is the use of drugs, that will be explained to the patient. ఓకే, మనం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసాము అంటే వాళ్ళు దే ఆర్ షోయింగ్ సమ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఫర్ రిసీవింగ్ ద డ్రగ్స్. ఓకే, మనం యూజెస్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం వల్ల వాళ్ళు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపుతారు ఆ డ్రగ్స్ని తీసుకోవడానికి. ఓకే, మీరు ఈ డ్రగ్ తీసుకోవడం వల్ల, ఈ మెడికేషన్ వేసుకోవడం వల్ల మీ యొక్క డిసీజ్ కంప్లీట్ క్యూర్ అవుతుంది, మీరు హెల్తీగా ఉంటారు అనే విధంగా మనము give some health education to the patients regarding medications and regarding diet and regarding that psychological therapy. Okay, this is regarding nosocomial infections.